you've said the framework at Tesla was strong, but what you're building is more sophisticated and authentic. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Of course. So what we started at Tesla was very much just measurement based, right? What we're now doing at Blue Alpha is you're starting with the measurement aspect, but then everything is being fed into, like, on top of the measurement insights, you have an AI application layer, which resembles your company's needs and is, we like to call it context aware. And what does that mean is context aware means is you as a business might have different goals than someone else. Some businesses want to grow. Some businesses want to save. Some businesses want to grow profitably, right? Sometimes, and you probably also know that, is things change from one day to another. I thought I had 100K additional budget. And then my CEO said, or my CFO said, like, no, now we actually need to cut by 200K, right? Historically, if you were without AI, in order to pass this information into your legacy vendors, it's time, right? It's like weeks. You need to reach out to, you talk to your AE, then they talk to the data scientist, and they make their change, and then you see it in the model. It's too slow. What we actually do is, and that's why it's context aware, via chat interactions, for example, consistently the AI is aware of what you want, and you can also tell it what you want. And then based on that, it uses all of the available data that it has to give you, in the moment, the best recommendation on what to do next. And then on top of that, it also equips you in your language to understand why and helps you defend this in front of everyone within your organization, right? So that's the huge unlock in terms of AI. And that's just like going beyond just like measurement, but now really moving into this like full action system. And then the second step is the execution. Right now, what we're doing at Blue Alpha is like, for your entire paid media marketing mix, help you understand what is working, what is not working, where you're supposed to cut, where you're supposed to spend more, and equip you to defend every single one of those decisions in front of your stakeholders. But then ultimately, the recommendations that we provide are down to the campaign level, right? And now we're moving into, and this is, I'm very excited for 2026 for this, we're moving actually into the execution of those recommendations within our platform as well, which is now actually starting to like close the loop almost like end to end, because it's not just Blue Alpha is saying my YouTube prospecting campaign X is working very well and I'm actually supposed to increase my budget, but then I need to go into like Google Ads and actually execute that budget. No, now you can actually start to execute it within platform, or if you have questions about why are we increasing by 15%? Why are we not increasing by 10 or 20? That you can actually make that change because you are the person that knows the best, right?
Right.
And
right.
now it's just the fact, like I will never know. I can give you an idea of like, hey, YouTube prospecting is working. You should spend more, but you ultimately know your budgets. You know where your head is currently at. You know where your company currently stands. So you should be able to iterate on that recommendation, then say, okay, I know in next year we're going to cut budgets or we're going to increase budget. I actually want to spend 20% more, and then also within the same platform start to execute on it. And what then happens is that you now actually have a fully end-to-end solution of like understanding what is working, the measurement part, having again the insights to defend this in front of all of your stakeholders, and ultimately also do the execution.
Fantastic.
And that didn't exist at Tesla.
Yeah. Yep. Very good point. Wait, I'm glad you wrapped it up that way because that was exactly the question. So thank you.